Gus Van Sant. Colman Domingo.
First of all, I'll just say this. I was literally sitting with Carrie, with Cassian at a breakfast meeting. We were talking about something completely else, and we were just wrapping things up. And I said, well, what are you up to next? And he told me about this film, and he said, I need to cast this radio DJ character. And I looked at him, and I don't ever put myself out like that, and I just thought, well, right here. But I didn't know exactly anything about this radio DJ or anything.
Hello, everybody.
I knew the voice was a major part of this experience for me, and how tonally it'll help move and animate the film in a way. I knew my role in it. You know what I mean? I knew, I have to be a grounded voice of reason, and that's my main objective to play in this. While Bill and Dacre, they're dancing all over the place with this wild storm. And so for me, it started there, and really, the beautiful thing is I shot all of my work in, 3 days? Mm-hmm. So I came in and shot all my work out in 3 days. I feel like it's like 2, maybe it was 2, because we just went back to back to back. It was sandwiched in between, because I feel like there are roles like this and artists like us that you're like, oh no, I will work up my schedule to do this. Because I was on my way to London to do another film, but I wanted to stop in snowy, the snowy climate to do this work, because it's important work. And I feel like it's important for us to tell these stories, because I feel like these stories are so heightened, and it's really about an everyman feeling like they have no resources or any agency in the world. And I feel like, we need to tell stories like that again and again, because this is exactly what happens when people are pushed up against the wall. And so we can prevent things like this by really examining these people as human beings and not looking at it something so extraordinary and outside of ourselves. So that's what really, I knew my function going into this, and I wanted to help tell a story like this with whatever I could give.
Firstly, I want to say, Colman, your outfit is amazing, and you have the most incredible fashion sense in the world, I think.
Well, thank you so very much.
And my question to you is...
It wasn't at the first, juncture. It was the kinds of Luigi Mangione moments in our history happened right after we started, and in November, and we started in September. So like halfway through prep, we realized, there's things happening that are, and the election happened as well. Things are kind of dovetailing into our own project. So we thought, is it good or bad? Or it was interesting.
Did that affect the script or the tone in any way?
No, we just kept going, like telling our story. So it did probably affected us as we made it, but not. We didn't change anything about it.
I want to give a huge shout out to him. We spent a month in a room together, connected by a piece of wire, and I haven't honestly made a better friend in a castmate ever. He really, again, a bit like Gus, forced me to get out of my head. I never socialise while I'm shooting. He forced me to come and socialise. And I think, hopefully this answers your question, he kind of humanised himself to me, which humanised Tony in a way at the same time, if that makes sense. When we set out to shoot, and Gus can correct me if I'm wrong, the movie read on paper more heavily as a drama thriller, to me at least. And it became an irreverent, dark comedy in a way. And Bill and I, Tony and Dick, are kind of the odd couple in a way. And I feel like in parallel to shooting, Bill and I developed the same kind of weird relationship, if that makes sense. And I felt that he was a very intense performer like me, and we just ended up laughing like I've never laughed on set before like that. And it was funny, it bled into Tony and Dick's relationship, and I think it humanized Tony as the little man who's trying to confront capitalism and all of the topical things that we're talking about.
Hello, thank you so much for the movie. It's really touches on the variety of levels.
Gus rang me, said Al Pacino's going to be playing my dad. I lost my mind. And then Al took me and my partner Liv, who's sitting in the front row here, out for dinner in LA. which I was extremely nervous about, and I had just been balded and my eyebrows had been taken off, and they wouldn't let me wear a hat in the sunset in the Tower Bar. And I said to Dimitri, the maitre d', I was like, this is one time you're going to be... Anyway, I took my hat off and had dinner with Al Pacino, and we both discovered he has just such a deep love for movies, and I'm a total cinephile, and I don't know, he felt like an old soul friend, you know. I don't drink, he doesn't drink, and he has a sweet tooth, and so do I, and we ended up just eating cookies all night, and having... The actor's studio is below the Tower Bar, and he turned to me and my partner at one point in the night, and he goes, I've got the key. Do you want to go down? Do you want to go into the actor's studio? He's like, I love acting. Let's go down. Let's do a monologue. And I was like, this is a very special moment.
This is a movie about losers. I'm sorry, but I mean, Billy's playing a loser. I don't know if you, Gus, could comment on the necessity of...
And working with Gus was a joy. Gus is like... I felt very much like I wanted to make him happy. He gives you the vibe, or proud, you know, he gives you that vibe like you just want to make him proud. He's also a man of, oftentimes on set, very few words. So sometimes it was hard to tell whether or not I was making him proud. In the end, I knew I was.
Thank you.